was a decent game. What did you make of the Broncos?
Oh, look, they jumped into us at the start and we didn't react hard enough and fast enough. Welcome to playing in the NRL. If you don't quite get your mark at the start, and we just didn't capitalise on being able to get back into the game the way that we know we can play. So it'll be good for myself to observe and work with the group now when you're into the season. There's a lot of hype last week. How you deal with that. We've got to make sure that we look after that together. Because I know we've got a very capable group. They haven't changed. It's just that we got jumped early and they put a little bit more energy into what they were doing compared to where we needed to be.
Any thoughts on why you might have missed the kick in terms of the start?
That's the NRL. You've got to turn up on every single game, so it's a good lesson for us.
You mentioned the hype. Do you think that obviously it was a massive win over the Roosters last week? Do you think that was a distraction?
No, not really. I mean, at the end of the day, obviously, I think one thing for us is that we're going to learn that from this one is that everything matters. Everything matters to be able to prepare and get yourselves ready for the NRL.
It was a tight contest in the first half that unfortunately slipped away from you guys in the second half. What was that message going into the shed at half-time that, didn't quite make it out to the field in that second half?
We just needed to play our brand of football. We didn't give ourselves in the check the first half. Although we were still in the game, we're nowhere near our best. And that sort of spilled over into the second half. We were loose again with our defence and then didn't respect the ball. So.
The Broncos were clinical in attack last week against the Roosters, and tonight that seemed a little bit rattled by the line speed of the Raiders. So, Madge, do you see that as sort of one of the reasons why the error count was a lot higher this week than last week?
Yeah. Well, look, I'll take a fair bit on this one. I'll keep that opinion to myself because I'll be able to share that with my players. But I'm going to wear a bit around this performance, just on understanding the playing group, getting to know them at a higher level. I'm learning about the group all the time. So I'm going to take responsibility on understanding the group and where I need to go. I learned a lot tonight. I actually did. I really learned a lot tonight. So obviously, what I learned tonight, I'm going to be able to chat with my players and go from there.
And your first interchange wasn't until that 30th minute mark. Was that sort of a plan of yours to hold those fresh legs back until later on in the game?
Yeah, I mean, obviously you look at a game and how it's flowing, and you've only got 8 subs, so how we sort of roll through our subs is planned, but sometimes that can change. But we obviously look at all those things and how we're going to move forward.
Michael, you were probably here last year when there was a bit of a smell in the stadium. I believe there was a bit of a smell down your end again tonight.
I didn't, but I do know they want another stadium. Obviously, I've spent a bit of time here and being a camera boy. We'd love to see a new stadium.
Michael, you've obviously got that intimate knowledge about the Raiders, having not been that long ago that you were here as part of the coaching staff. How different was this Raiders set up to maybe the ones that you left when you took on the next coaching role after leaving the Raiders?
Sorry, say that again.
So how different is this squad, this Raiders squad, to the one that you left basically a couple of years ago?
Look, I'm not really going to comment too much about them. I'm obviously focused on my group. I've really enjoyed coaching this group, and I still am because of what I know is within the group. So we'll stay focused on that and work really hard, obviously, to work into next week.